morning. Alright, so I am over here now getting these pieces of OSB cut to the right shape. I've got my goal for today is to finish the OSB here around the windows, all over the top, basically just finish all the OSB. And yeah, so there's not too far to go on that. The thing is though, these are some pretty tricky cuts. So I don't know, we'll see how far I get. And it's just me today, I think. Okay, because the shape of this window up here is kind of odd, there are two ways that I could do it. Well, there are several ways really. What I could do is put a piece of paper up and then actually trace a template out that I could just draw onto the board. That probably would have been easiest if I had had the paper, but I don't. Another thing that I could do, I'll show you this other window. I could take measurements of the sides, take measurements of the bottom, and then figure out where the pivot point would be if this were a complete circle. So, and then yeah, basically plot it out on the board like that. The way that I chose to go was probably much harder physically and much more dangerous because I'm standing on like the second and the top, these two rungs here, and trying to reach up holding this piece in place after I lifted it there. Not a great plan. Anyway, so what I'm going to do, since I cut that piece out without the window, I'm going to go inside and actually trace the window out around it as much as I can. I know that it's 3.5 inches up from the bottom, 9 inches in from this side, 5 inches in from this side. So I'll have those as a starting marker, and then I will just trace the top curve, bring it back down, cut it out, and hopefully it'll fit just perfectly. Alright, I'm doing something I should have done a long time ago, actually. I'm building the stairs, sort of stairs, just something to kind of climb up to the bed loft on, because this is pretty high. This is about like my shoulder level right here, which is, I don't know, it's probably 5'8", somewhere in there. It's a long way to jump. So anyway, I'm going to have a kind of a bigger platform here, just a landing sort of thing. And also, the top of my bed is going to be probably this high. So it is a big step down to the first landing there. But something that my friend Brian brought up was that I'm not going to want to just step one step down, especially with only having, you know, this much headroom. If I were to stand right here, I would hit my head on the ceiling. But if I stand here, it's fairly comfortable. I could show you in a little bit here. But anyway, so then I'm going to have just like standard steps here, just 3 more 11.5-inch steps. 11.5-inch risers, I guess. And then inside of here, I'm going to do additional clothing storage or whatever. Just, I'm not sure how the storage situation is going to work quite yet. But anyway, so that's that for right now. All right, so here's this side is almost done. We're about to do this little piece right here. So and then. So you can see through also that this side is not, that side over there is not done. So yeah, then this one little piece right here and the OSB will be finished. Stoked about that. Okay, so what I did for this piece up here, I cut the piece the size without the window cut out. And then I actually put it in place, measured in from the sides here, measured in here, measured up from the bottom, how like where that window is going to be placed in the space there. And then I went inside and I actually spray painted around this curve here, so that like when I cut that out, it would actually be the right size. Brought that down, cut it all out, and actually when it went back in, it was perfecto. So just an idea for you. It's always easier if there's like complex math involved. If you can just put the piece in place and then bring it down, cut it to exactly what you know your specifications are going to be, just because you marked it with a pencil, it's right every time, even if your math is off.